After a historic week in Miyazaki, Japan, Italo Ferriera has claimed the gold medal in the ISA World Games. In a tight final separated by less than a point, he edged out Kauli Andino, who took home the silver. Gabe Medina grabbed the bronze, and Japan's own Shun Murakami rounded out the podium with a copper medal. Winning the team gold, which was decided by the results of both the men's and women's competitions, was Brazil. USA, Japan, and Peru going 2, 3, and 4. With Olympic implications in play, stay tuned to Surf Breaks this week for a full Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 update. After a standout performance at the Tahiti Pro, presented by HERDY, SETH MONIZ is sitting number 9 on the Jeep leaderboard. The 22-year-old rookie catapulted himself into the Olympic conversation, now ahead of Kelly Slater, who's one spot behind at number 10. The WSL's Oliver Kurtz caught up with Sept before he heads to LEMOORE.
World title and Olympics, and for that to be happening on your rookie season, like how are you coping with that?
Surfing a lot, your body healthy. I just really try to be prepared for every event, just like dialing in my boards, knowing the spot. I think that's the most you can do, and then once you're out in the heat, just do your thing out there. So that has been working within my formula all year.
Pulling in, great control after the spin for SETH MONIZ.
The Andy Irons documentary, Kissed by God, is now streaming on Hulu and Amazon. Teton Gravity Researchers production gives us an intimate look into Andy's life, from the triumphs to the inner struggles he faced. We miss you, Andy. And now a moment to remember with Andy Irons.
Big news in the midst of a historic season on the women's qualifying series, as it's just been announced that America's Sage Erickson, along with Australians Isabella Nichols and Bronte Macaulay, have secured their spots on the 2020 Championship Tour. 2 10,000-point events were added to the QS schedule for the first time this year, offering in-form athletes the opportunity to break ahead of the pack. For Erickson, it's an opportunity to rejoin the championship tour, first earning her spot in 2012, but she fell short of qualification last year. Hard training and a sharpened competitive mindset led Erickson to the top of the podium at the 2019 Vans US Open of Surfing and ultimately back to the big leagues. 21-year-old Isabella Nichols, who has been a consistent presence on the QS, has finally accomplished her lifelong dream of CT qualification. Meanwhile, Macaulay, who is currently surfing on the CT, leads the qualifying series with an incredible 20,950 points. We want to offer a huge congratulations to Bronte, Sage, and Nichols, who have all accomplished their dream of surfing on the championship tour.
The Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown is just 3 days away, and the men's injury replacements have been announced. North American Junior number 3 Jet Schilling will be filling in for Adriana D'Souza, and Kyle Belli will continue to fill in for John Florence. MATEUS HERDY will be surfing in place of Leonardo Fioravanti, and Baron Mamil will stand in for Mikey Wright.
This is my second CT. My first one was in Bali. I got the news when I was in Portugal. It was Jake's spot, but then he was like, oh, I'm not gonna go, and we were staying together, and he's like, yeah, so it's all you. I was like, oh, sick. It's a big event, and I just want to do something cool, and and that's kind of what I'm focused on, is to just try to do something big on the end section, Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I got a few really good boards, so yeah, I'm super stoked.
With all these lineup adjustments, be sure to adjust your fantasy team accordingly. It's gonna be an epic comp. France's Kauli Vaast and Portugal's Mafalda Lopes have won the 2019 European Junior titles. Both surfers were crowned after their performances at the Riviera Grande Pro Junior in the Azores. They'll now join the best junior surfers in the world at the WSL Junior Championships in Taiwan this November. Congrats on all of your success, guys. Keep ripping.
Kauli Vaast.
Whoa! Talk about critical. Ooh!
Let's come out. And he does!
Sally Fitzgibbons will attempt to snag the Jeep Leaders jersey from Chris Moore as their decade-long rivalry continues at the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown this week. The Aussie veteran won the pair's latest battle in the final of the Rio Pro. But knows Moore, who's the defending champ at the Surf Ranch, is her biggest threat in winning a world title. With the new format of the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown, will we see Sally walk away with the W? Tune in this Thursday to watch. As previously reported, Brazil's MATEUS HERDY got the injury replacement for Leo Fioravanti to the upcoming CT at the Surf Ranch. WSL's Oliver Kurtz caught up with MATEUS to see how he's feeling before the event.
I'm trying to find a word to describe what it feels to be here. It's like living a dream. I think this wave is all about the rhythm. But I did my first air today since I got injured, so I'm so stoked. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity. It's amazing to be here.
Because you can never get enough of the wedge or of Mason Ho, check out Mason's latest drop on YouTube.
Back and maintain his priority over Felipe Toledo in the barrel, catches the corner there, launches a big straight air, lands it in the flats, back up into the wow.
As we barrel into the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown, Felipe Toledo is again the man atop the Jeep leaderboard. He was in the same position in 2018, but once again, Gabe Medina is rolling. He beat Toledo in the final here last year and is coming off of back-to-back finals from J-Bay and Tahiti, so he is laser focused on another world title run. But the wave in LEMOORE is perfectly suited for Toledo's kinetic brand of surfing, as illustrated from his event-high 9.8 last year on the right. Now with both world title and Olympic implications in play, can Toledo go one better and win this thing? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
And that's the best finish we've seen so far in finals day.
We've got some baby news. A huge congratulations to Patrick Gadauskas and wife Honolé on the arrival of your first child, Canyon Sun. Enjoy the ride, you guys. You're going to be epic parents. And now our favorite time of the day, a moment to remember.
Thinking about the barrel for the moment, avoids the cover, so he can go for the corrupt flip, and somehow he sticks it. Medina, so solid. Great strike rate that he has.
Hot off his gold medal performance at the ISA Worlds, Italo Ferriera was at the Surf Ranch yesterday, training for the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown. Busting the fin out of his magic board, he put an immediate call into shaper Timmy Peterson, who dropped everything and knocked out 2 fresh sticks overnight.
And he just sent me some video and he broke one of the fin boxes out. So I came in and cut him, shaped him, went down and glassed him, hot coated him last night, came in first thing this morning and sanded him. The model pool party, his dimensions this year, he's gonna go up an inch. It's 5'9", 18.69 and 2.26.
After the jean short maneuver in Japan, we cannot wait to see what kind of good times you bring to LEMOORE, Italo. Sydney's Beau Cram is featured in an impressive new clip just released by O'Neill. Son of 80s power surfer Richard Cram, Beau is ripping. How good is it to see the next generation getting after it on all these different boards? You go check it out on Vimeo now.
With only 4 championship tour events left on the season, the pressure to compete at the upcoming Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown is absolutely amplified. The stakes are incredibly high with world title races neck and neck and Olympic qualifications on the line. The surfers will be dealing with a level playing field, adding to that pressure, and of course, they'll be paddling out with dry hair. No preheat warm-ups.
I have to admit, I think having an event here at the Surf Ranch is literally the most pressure I feel out of any of the events on tour.
And unlike any other stop on the championship tour, the format at the Freshwater Pro is as unique as the wave itself. And lastly, no need for a call. We know for a fact we are on tomorrow. This is going to be exciting to see how the world's best pro surfers deal with the heat. When it comes to winning, nobody has more experience on the championship tour than the GOAT, 11-time world champ Kelly Slater. We got the opportunity to sit down with Kelly and talk strategy here at the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown.
The strategy is to try and ride the wave differently than someone else did, fit in different types of maneuvers, go somewhere else on the wave. You want to be free to just surf the way you surf, but at the same time you know that pressure's there and you have to display something different than the other people. The idea is that pressure build-up for each athlete, for each surfer, having to try and outdo what the level is by everyone else and advance to that next level, whether it's top 2 in your heat or the next top 10 on the leaderboard.
Hard to bet against Slater here at the Surf Ranch, but with so many surfers vying for the crown, it's going to be an incredible show. From one icon to the next, Surfer Magazine just dropped a new film detailing the connection between 4-time world champion Mark Richards and the high-performance twin fin.
I sort of persevered with 20s because for me they felt like just putting on a comfortable pair of shoes.
Fast and Loose explores the incredibly fun design of the high-performance twin fin. Even unexpected twinny enthusiast Zeke Lau had to get involved and absolutely rip on a high-performance twin fin. You can watch the full-length film right now on Surfer Magazine's YouTube channel. Day one is done and dusted here at the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown, and oh boy, Gabriel Medina is at it again. Gabriel posted a 9 to put the men's field on notice. Joanne Defay on the women's side of the draw posted not only the highest heat score, but also the highest single wave and got the longest tube ride. As it stands now, Gabriel Medina and Joanne Defay both sit on top of the men's and women's event leaderboard. Tomorrow is cut day, so that only means the pressure builds from here. You can check out all the details and full analysis of today's action at worldsurfleague.com.
Setting up the inside, but he's thinking the air, goes the corrupt flip.
Brent Dorrington works as an apprentice plasterer, but he still carves out time to chase heavy barrels. The Australian tube hunter was featured in a new YouTube edit titled The Apprentice's Dream that features footage from BRENNO'S home on the Gold Coast and a recent strike to Indo. Always the intrepid waterman, John Florence recently set sail with his squad to explore the high seas.
Oh yeah, we're leaving tomorrow.
We couldn't think of a better way for the 2-time world champ to spend his time off tour. Happy sailing, John.
Holding the wall, beautiful deep tube right just next to the foam ball coming out into the lift.
After a long day packed with action here at the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown, we are getting down to the business end of this event. The men's and women's world number 1s have asserted themselves here in LEMOORE. Both Felipe Toledo and Carissa Moore dropped waves in the 9 range today and are looking extra spicy. Barreling into finals day, both of these surfers sit at 2nd on the Freshwater Pro leaderboards. The comp wraps tomorrow where we will crown our event winners. So who's it gonna be? Tell us in the comments below.
Down right off the lip, that'll set up a deep barrel for Carissa.
Tube hound William Aloti just teamed up with hand shaper Ryan Lovelace to see just how fast you can go on a twin fin surfboard. In his new YouTube video, Catch Fish, the French Caribbean free surfer scores perfect desert point on a 5'4" Lovelace creation.
1982 world champ Debbie Beecham was honored today at the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown for her contributions to surfing. When Debbie won her title, she was never awarded a trophy. So to celebrate her accomplishment and make things right, today she finally received the trophy she earned so long ago.
I'm blown away with this. This is something I've been wondering if I'd ever get one of these. This is awesome.
And now a moment to remember with Triple Crown winner, pipe master, and surfing legend Michael Ho at the Surf Ranch.
He's going to avoid the barrel though to go for a corrupt flip, and he easily stomps it. Talk about flying under pressure.
Lakey Peterson and Gabriel Medina have won the Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown. On the last section of her final run, Peterson took to the air, stomping a 9.33 to steal the victory from Joanne Defay. And Medina is on an absolute heater as he remains undefeated at the Surf Ranch and has won 2 of the last 3 events. And now let's hear from your new Jeep leader, Gabriel Medina.
Yeah, hopefully I can keep it up into the end. You know, we have 3 more events to go, and I'm feeling good.
So he's going to avoid the barrel though to go for a corrupt flip, and he easily stomps it. Talk about flying under pressure.
Last week, the Follow the Light Awards celebrated the next generation of surf photographers. The grant program has helped launch the careers of some of the world's most renowned lensmen. And this year, Tasmania's Nick Green took top honors.
Hi, this is Nick Green from Tasmania, Australia. I recently won the Follow the Light Award in memory of Flame, and now I'm in LEMOORE. Shoot.
In saltwater news, Hurricane Humberto is spinning in the Atlantic, sending pumping swell to the East Coast. Unlike Hurricane Dorian, this storm stayed well off the eastern seaboard, delivering outstanding surf from the Caribbean to North Carolina and beyond. We caught up with Andrew Jacobson after his Scorefest.
Back on my first surf trip in about 14 months, 15 months, and yeah, we just scored today, and I can't be happier. It feels amazing.